And welcome to Tridevi Chumunda Mandir in Denver, Colorado. This is Yamajit, and I'm so glad you're joining me for our Friday night Puja and Satsang. Today we're going to be featuring the goddess Vamakali. I'd like to start out with a couple of announcements. First, next Tuesday, um, 7 p.m., we'll be doing a special meditation utilizing the visual, auditory, and kinesthetic perceptions. That'll be at 7 o'clock on YouTube. And as always, you're welcome to join us at our temple at 1260 South Xavier Street in Denver, Colorado. Unfortunately, we're not going to have Puja next Friday, and the reason is my father-in-law is having surgery. But we'll be resuming our programming the following week. And I'd like to say namaste to both Kim and Mary who are joining right now, and Bryce, and I also invite anyone else who's tuning in right now to say hello using the chat function on the bottom of your screen. To go on with the announcements, next Friday, however, actually, I should say the Friday after next, we're going to do a special Cha meditation. This will be another sound healing meditation. This will be a condensed form of Cha practice for the goddess Tromanagmo. And it'll be an opportunity for you to experience the traditional practice by listening to it both in English and its original Tibetan. So I think this is going to be an excellent opportunity. And along those lines, I'd like to make one acknowledgement, and that is this is the 5th of May, which is the traditional birthday of the founder of Cha practice in Tibet. She lived about 1,000 years ago. This is the birthday of Machig Lobdron, and she is actually honored today as a white dakini. And we see in this traditional Tanki image, here is Machig, and pay special note that she is standing on her left leg. I'm going to be saying something more about that. And below her is the blue Krodkali Tromanagma, who we'll be honoring in a couple of weeks. And namaste to Jamie, who just joined us. And speaking of Cha practice, I'd like to make a special recommendation. If you go online and go to the Buddhist Studies Institute, you'll find an online self-paced course for the 3 Dakini Cha, also known as the Rinchen Trengba. And actually, we're going to be doing a portion of that in a couple of weeks for the English and Tibetan Cha practice I mentioned. It's taught by Lama Pema Khandro. It is only $54, and it is a nice condensed version that is just a wonderful opportunity for anybody who is interested in learning the traditional practice. This is just a wonderful online program to go through. You can take it at any time. Again, it's a self-paced program. And also I discovered that $54 allows you to go into a couple of other Cha practices that the Buddhist Studies Institute offers. So it's it's just a wonderful investment for your $54. And again, I highly recommend it. So again, welcome and namaste. And let's go ahead and go right into our satsang for tonight. So I'd like to start out by showing a couple of traditional figures, and I'm going to do a little refocus on our camera for this. So this first image, this is a lost wax cast called Dokra, and this is a traditional image of the form of Kali that is known as Dakshina Kali. This is the Kali who is leading with her right leg. And so this is the benevolent very much the giving form of Kali. And now I'm going to show you an image from our central altar here. It's about the same size. This is from Nepal. And this time we have the Divine Mother again on top of Lord Shiva, and she's leading with her left leg. And this is the form of Ma Kali that we're going to be honoring this evening. And this is Vamakali. So Dakshina Kali means the Kali of the right. Vamakali means the Kali of the left. And so Vamakali is very much the opposite of Dakshina Kali. Oh, and Deborah, namaste. Thank you for joining us. So as Dakshina Kali is a goddess of benevolence and of increase, so Vamakali is a form of the Divine Mother that we can honor for decreasing or for banishment. That is, for part of our meditation tonight, I'm going to invite you to think of something in your life that you are now ready to let go of. Something that has maybe outlived its purpose in your life. So a thought pattern or outlook that is no longer working for you, a habit that you want to shed away from your life, a fear, an insecurity, any of those things that we're wanting to decrease, to get rid of in our life, we can call upon Ma Vamakali for. So I'm going to set her back onto our altar, and I'm going to refocus our image to the whole altar and show you a couple more images. We have some that I obtained in Nepal back in 2010, and this is a traditional Tanka painting showing Vamakali again with her left foot on Shiva, and I'm going to play around with the focus again to bring a little more detail on this image. Again, leading with her left foot. And then this next one, I found, whoops, knew that was going to happen. Let's get our things readjusted again. Sorry about that. There we go. Jai Ma. So this other Vamakali image came from northern India when I visited there in the spring of 2006. And this is a brass Vamakali image. Again, we see her leading with her left foot on Lord Shiva. And we see that she's holding some other things. She has the head of a demon, which we typically see for Ma Kali. She's also holding a skull cup, representing the transformation of consciousness. She has her necklace of 50 heads or skulls associated with the Sanskrit alphabet, so the power of mantra. She's holding a club representative of the destruction of ignorance. And then her traditional khadga or sword, in this case a curved blade, for cutting away ego attachments, cutting away those things that are no longer working for us. And then I'm going to refer back to our Nepali image, because in this one, we see that she has the same sword and demon's head, but she's also displaying the same two mudras that we see in other Kali images, the mudra of dispelling fear and the mudra of giving boons. And so the boon is rewarded when we let go The boon is rewarded when we let go of the fear. And we see this traditional imagery carrying over in both Nepali and Tibetan imagery. Here we see the Divine Mother in the form of the Dakini. This is a form of Ma Vajravadahi again, and we see that again that she is leading with her left leg. And so again, this is associated with the removal of ego attachments, the removal of those outlooks, those fears, those insecurities, all of those things that stop us from expressing our full potential. And that full potential being as agents of healing and the relievers of suffering for all sentient beings. And so we go back to this image of Machig Lobdron as a Dakini. And again, we see her again. She is standing in a dancing posture upon her left leg. So Jema Vamakali. Typically, at least in a lot of traditions, Vamakali is rarely worshipped by householders, those with wives and families and households. Although there are exceptions to that rule. Myself, I'm probably one myself. Again, I find this is a wonderful image to meditate on when there's something in one's life that they're again ready to let go of. This is very much a Kali of letting go. So I invite you to sit in a comfortable position. It can be a simple cross-legged position on a cushion, on a mat, again in a straight back chair. Rest your hands on your knees, roll your shoulders back. I invite you to close your eyes for a moment and breathe deeply. We're going to do a little pre-meditation for our practice tonight. So breathing deeply, letting go of the cares of the day, the thoughts of yesterday, the thoughts of tomorrow. Focusing on the present moment and focusing on your heart center as you breathe. Remove the distractions, the anxieties. Let those things go with each exhalation. And let your levels of relaxation and peace increase with each inhalation. And as you focus on your heart center, I invite you to silently connect with whichever form of the divine you're closest to. Perhaps visualize that form in front of you. And know that one of the things our exercise tonight is dedicated to is increasing the awareness of that divine presence within. so that may guide us always. And then I invite you to begin to think of one thing in your life that you are ready to let go of. Because this will be the offering for our fire ceremony tonight, as an offering to Vamakali, so that she may take it away and heal it and transform it. So think about some fear, some insecurity, a particular outlook that no longer serves you. Maybe a way that you handle certain things in your life that you're becoming to recognize is no longer healthy for yourself or those around you. You can also think about a physical illness or some physical condition that is ready for healing at this point. So I invite you to think about it, perhaps visualize it, maybe listen to the messages surrounding this issue. And finally, tune in with your body and notice if there's an area physically where that issue is residing. Somewhere you notice where there is some tension. Maybe there's a feeling of heaviness or emptiness. Maybe there's an emotion like sadness or fear or worry surrounding that issue. But just notice where that resides in your physical form. Because during our fire ceremony meditation, I'm going to invite you to focus again on that particular area. And finally, I invite you to slowly bring the palms of your hands together at your heart center. And we'll open our practice by chanting the seed syllable Cream 3 times. So inhale. Cream. Another inhale. One more inhale. Inhale and exhale. Slowly open your eyes Let your hands again rest comfortably on your knees. Jema Vamakali. Jema Vamakali. Jema Vamakali. Pavitra Pavitruva Sarvavastam Gatopiva Yashmade Pandarikaksham Sabhyabhyanta Sushi Om Shuklam Bharadhanam Vishnum Sashivanam Shatubhijam Prasanafandanam Dayat Sava Vignopasantaye Jai Ganesha. Om Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Devo Maheshvara Guru Sakshat Padam Brahma Tasmai Sri Guru Ve Namah. Jai Guru. Om Trayambakam Yajamaye Sagandim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukameva Bandhanan Machur Mukshyamamritat. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Jayanti Mangalakali Bhadrakali Kapalani Durga Shama Shiva Datri Svasvada Namostute Jayatvam Devi Chamunde Jaya Bhutita Harani Jaya Sarvagate Devi Kalaratri Namostute. Jai Makali. Om Krim Vamakali Namah. Jema Vamakali. Om Krim Vamakali Namah. 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 Jema Vamakali. Om Kapuragodam Pranavataram Samsara Saram Bhujagendra Haram Sada Santam Hridaya Vrinde Vivam Bivani Saitam Namami Devi Prapanote Hare Prasida Prasida Matara Jagata Kilasya Prasida Vishvesvara Pe Vishvam Tvamishora Devi Chachara Charasya Om Agni Jyotir Jyotiagnir Svaha Agni Jyotir Jyotiagnir Svaha Agni Jyotir Jyotiagnir Svaha. So I invite you to once again close your eyes. Breathe deeply and let yourself drop into deeper and deeper relaxation. And as I give the fire offerings, I invite you to join in the chanting of our mantra, Om Krim Vamakali Namah. If it feels comfortable or feels more comfortable, you can also just meditate quietly. And either way, just let the sound and the vibration of the mantra bring your awareness to where it needs to be at this time. Om Krim Vamakali Namah. 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 Jema Vamakali. Jema Vamakali. Jema Vamakali. Continue breathing deeply with your eyes closed. Feeling the power of the mantra. And feel its energies guiding you toward transformation. So I invite you to envision yourself standing in the middle of a cremation ground. It is dark at night. The sky is clear but for the stars and for a full moon. It's quiet, except for the sound, the crackling sound of fires, of several bodies which are being burned. You walk toward one fire and you see a small group of mourners standing around it. They're wearing white, the color of mourning. And among them is the eldest son of the man who is being burned. He is wearing a white dhoti and shawl. His head has been shaved to show he is in mourning, and he holds a long staff. You look into the fire and you notice that the body is now burned to bones and the skull is glowing in the flames. And the eldest son then takes his staff and with a quick cracking sound breaks the skull open to release the spirit of his father. You give your respects and you walk toward a darker place in the cremation ground. There you see another fire that is now just burning into embers, glowing coals, the occasional bone that is also glowing. And standing before this fire is Ma Vamakali. Lord Shiva lies below her feet as if a corpse. She is standing upon him, leading with her left foot. She holds a curved sword and the head of a demon. And her two other arms are held in two mudras, the upward-facing palm of fear not, and the downward-facing palm of giving boons. She's wearing a crown of 5 skulls and a necklace of 50 fresh-cut heads. She is naked except for a skirt made of human arms, signifying that when her devotees give themselves to her, their actions become her actions. Her mouth is open, her tongue lolling, her black hair disheveled and going in all directions, showing her interconnectedness to all things. You approach her and you give reverence. And she asks you what is troubling you. And you think about that issue that you thought of, that you considered at the start of our puja, that thing in your life that you're ready to let go of. And without saying anything, you just simply point to the part of your body where that issue now resides. Ma Kali's fearful face shifts to a more motherly or grandmotherly expression as she reaches forward with her fear-dispelling hand and reaches into your body, into that place where that issue resides. She grabs hold of it and pulls it out. See what that looks like in her hand. What characteristics does it have? Does it have a form? What does it represent? And then see her with her hand, turning her hand downwards and just simply throwing that thing into the fire. And where there were burning embers, now flames are coming up again. Flames are rising. It's like the fire has been rekindled as your issue is being consumed and transformed. Notice how you feel at this moment to have that thing removed from your body. Notice if it feels lighter or warmer, or maybe more full where there was emptiness. And just appreciate that feeling in your physical form. You bring the palms of your hands together and give reverence to the Divine Mother, and she smiles with approval, accepting your sacrifice. And then you take a deep and clearing breath, And very, very slowly you open your eyes, keeping a relaxed gaze upon your screen now, looking upon the glowing skull and the newly kindled fire that is burning. And I invite you for the next few minutes to just simply breathe deeply and meditate upon our fire. Acknowledge that you have given that thing that no longer is a part of you to our fire. And in its light and in its warmth, healing, guidance, completion, relief comes back to you in the heat and in the light. Om Aing Rim Gleam Chamundai Vichai. 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 Om Aing Rim Klim Chamundai Viche. 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 Jai Ma Vamakali. Jai Ma Vamakali. Jai Ma Vamakali Devi Namaha. Om Savamangala Mangalye Shiva Svada Sadike Saranye Trambake Devi Naryane Namostute. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Sana Vavatu Sana Bunaktu Saviryam Kadavavahai Tejasvinavaditamastu Bhavid Vidyavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Tat Sat Om. Jai Ganesha. Jai Guru. Om Namah Shivaya. Jai Ma Devi. Jai Ma Kali. Jai Ma Vamakali Devi. Jai Mata Di. Jai Mata Di. Jai Mata Di. Jai Ma. Jai Ma. Jai Ma. And bringing the palms of your hands together at your heart center. Taking a moment, just taking a moment to note how you feel. Having done this meditation, thanking the Divine Mother for her assistance, knowing she is with you always, and giving gratitude to yourself for taking part in this practice. And namaste. Blessings always. Thank you so very much. And Jai Ma. Jai Ma. Jai Ma. I hope you enjoyed our puja and satsang, and especially the meditation. If you have questions or feedback, always feel free to message me on my channel or email me at omcdevi@gmail.com. That's om, A-U-M, cdevi@gmail.com. And there's something about our meditation I'd like to share. because it's actually based on an experience I had in 2008 when I was doing teaching and volunteer work in Kolkata. I had bought a bicycle for the summer and rode through the streets down to where the cremation grounds were by the shores of the Ganges River, or the Hooghly as they call it in that part of India. And first, I was where there was a large electric crematorium. And near this area where there's a fountain where the mourners would blute themselves before the cremation, I sat down and went into just very, very deep meditation, really reach the level of samadhi where you're just completely gone. You're just completely one with everything. And when I awoke, just to give some idea how long I was deep in meditation, below me, where I was sitting, there was a pile of hair where one of the mourners had shaved his head, and there was also a little clay lamp, a little ghee lamp, which had burned through its course as part of that family's preparation ceremony. Well, after I came back from meditation, I got back on my bike, rode for a little ways, and I saw the entrance to what looked like this beautiful garden. And I looked further in, and I noticed it was a more traditional burning ghat, more traditional cremation ground. And I walked in. It was the heat of the day. It was probably over 100 degrees that day. And the groundskeepers were taking shelter in this pavilion area. And I saw what was a cremation fire in its final stages. It was just embers upon the ground. And I sat down before it, took off my mala, and I started chanting, did a round of the Nivarna mantra, Om Aing Reem Kleem Chamundai Viche. And the second that I began the mantra, these glowing embers, all of a sudden flames came up and were just dancing around and continued dancing around while I chanted the mantra. And then when I finished that round on the mala, the last repetition of that mantra, the flames all of a sudden went out. And once again, it was just glowing coals. And so it took a while and meditated quietly. And I got up and took my bike and started to leave the cremation ground after paying my respects to the deities there. And this little old man, probably the patriarch of the groundskeeper family that was maintaining that cremation ground, he sees me leaving as he's coming into the gateway, and he looks up at me. He smiles at me with this kind of toothless grin. The teeth he had were stained red from chewing betel nut. He looks up at me and he says to me, "You're always welcome here." And that was just one of the high points of that summer in Calcutta, and one of many memorable meditations I've had in several cremation grounds, both in India and Nepal, and for that matter, some cemeteries here in the U.S. Anyway, I want to thank you for joining me this evening, and have a wonderful night, and just appreciate those subtle changes that may come from tonight's meditation. And I look forward to seeing you Tuesday for our meditational satsang, again, 7 o'clock on YouTube or at our temple. So until then, thank you again, especially to Kim and Mary and Bryce and Jamie and Deborah. Thank you for joining me this evening. Blessings always. And again, Jema.